Hey guys, I wanted to take a quick minute or two to share with you how and why I'm so excited about eclipses and what you can do to work with these energies. I'm going to start by just doing a quick little share. And this is some slides from my Astrology 101 course that I'm currently teaching. If you have any interest in this course, I'm going to be offering it again. It is a truly awesome and enlightening course. But I wanted to show you really quickly two things. First, this image. This is how I have come to believe eclipses are sacred. So you can see if you're familiar with what the flower of life is in sacred geometry, you'll see it present in this image, right? And what we have here is the brown circle in the middle, right in the center of this. That is the size of the moon, as calculated by mathematicians. The light brown circle is the size of the earth, perfectly fits in the flower of life. And the flower of life keeps iterating itself out. And if you look at the bottom right corner, it says the sun. If we can, it's too big to be able to see this, but if we go out 400 times more, we have the size of the sun. This is what one of my teachers has called a communication of sorts from the universe. That the size of our planet, our moon, and our sun are somehow like nesting doll shaped and perfectly aligned is what enables us to have eclipses. They're all the same size and their orbits are all lined up, so much so that the eclipses become also a kind of communication. And I'm just going to share this one more photo with you. And this is, I think, a really helpful thing to think about when you think about the why of eclipses. So you can see here we have um, the Earth orbiting around the sun, and that's the white dotted line, that's Earth's orbit around the sun. And then the yellow dotted line is the moon's orbit around the Earth. Those little nodes that you see, the descending lunar node and the ascending lunar node, those little other white dots that are about the size of the moon, those are the lunar nodes. When those interact with the, the path of the Earth around the sun, we get an eclipse. So it's something truly, truly, truly magical. And it's mathematically to the T, something that nobody could make up. And what happens energetically, as we know, is that the light from the sun gets eclipsed or the light from the moon gets eclipsed, and it becomes this time of reset. And I mentioned in the previous podcast that lunar eclipses are a certain kind of reset. Lunar eclipses are cleaning up house reset. Solar eclipses are initiatory resets. Whether it's conjunct the north or south node is also significant, and what sign it is significant. This is going to be a more general ritual that I'm going to invite you to start, if you can, the day you find this video, because the sooner you start it, the sooner, and I'm going to, the sooner your two lists, two pieces of paper, you're going to make two lists. That's the ritual. Super simple. One, everything that you're calling in, everything that you're grateful for. This is like the white light list. I want to create stuff. If you're planting seeds during the new moon, the things you want to call in during an eclipse are really great to note, because eclipses are portals that lift us up and out of linear space and time. The other list is everything you're releasing. Everything, whether you've already released it and you're or everything you want to release. You're going to want to have these lists started in sync or as close to in sync with the new moon on the 27th as you can. And then when we come to the first eclipse on the 14th, that's a lunar eclipse. Lunar eclipses are times of letting go. You're going to take the list of everything that you want to release, and you're going to do one of a few things that feels most resonant to you. You could rip it up or tear it up and bury it. You could find a fireproof bowl or fireplace or something like that and burn it. You could burn it and then bury those ashes. Or you could burn it and take the ashes and put them into a body of water. But regardless of what you're doing, I like the idea of burning things personally because I find fire very transformational. But we're all, depending on our birth charts, made up of different parts of earth, air, fire, and water. So if burning isn't your thing, You could also put it into some body of water or bury it. But the idea is with the lunar eclipse, which happens with the full moon on the 14th of March, you're going to be energetically releasing those things. And then you're going to be able to keep the list of what you want, and also start to note things that are unfolding that are in that direction. That list can still have new wishes come onto it, but it can also become like a little bit of a gratitude list. So you're going to be working with gratitude through the end of that lunar cycle, in the March's lunar cycle. But on the 29th of March, we have another eclipse with the new moon. We have a solar eclipse. And solar eclipses are powerful new beginnings. So we're going to be working with that list on the 29th of March. Powerful new beginning. And I'm going to invite you to do one of a couple things with that list. In general, you're going to want to put the list, fold it up, and maybe even write thank you on top of it and put it somewhere that is sacred to you. If you have an altar, if you work with altars, that's your place. If there's a drawer where you keep keepsakes, or a box, or if there's just some place you could put it under a picture of someone you love or someone you admire or something, that you're going to want to put it somewhere that is energetically charged or meaningful, or you're going to want to create that space that is energetically charged and meaningful. And you're going to plant your seeds, which is this paper full of all the things that you want and all the gratitude that you have for everything that's already coming up, and you're going to plant it somewhere energetically charged, positively charged, sacredly charged for yourself. And that's gonna lead us through March, and then you're just going to watch what happens. Eclipse seasons are hands down magnetic. So we have the full moon is going to happen on the 12th of April. So you'll, by that time, tune in to around the 12th of April, a little bit before, a little bit after. Notice what's come to fruition about those things that you've wanted. Also notice if there's any information that you get. Sometimes if a course needs to be corrected, or there's a more efficient way to get from here to there, working with the lunar cycles is a really powerful way to manifest. And working with eclipses, you're going to get some information on or around the 12th. And then from the 12th to the 26th, which is the end of that lunar cycle, I would suggest that as part of the closing ritual, keep being willing to release whatever you need to release and be grateful for whatever you need to be grateful for. Feed the white wolf, not the black wolf. Feed the good wolf, not the wolf that you don't want to have in your life, right? I hope that you enjoy this. I hope if there's any questions you have, I'll be looking in the notes. If you have any comments you have. Also, I invite you to join my email list. I do live gatherings where we talk about stuff like eclipses, do meditations. I'm starting to do some free readings for people, tarot and oracle card readings. So if any of that interests you, I'll put a link for how you can join my email list. Happy eclipse season. Lots of love.